I'm like, what you mean they won't let you renew your lease? He was like, yeah, it's a letter on my door that's saying that I'm up for renewal, but I cannot renew. I was like, that does not make sense at all. He was like, yeah, so that's what I'm gonna talk to them tomorrow. So I'm like, so what you gonna do about your apartment? He was like, well, if I can't renew my lease, I'm gonna have to find somewhere to go. But the crazy thing is, it's in 2 weeks. My lease renewal was in 2 weeks. I'm like, well, you were supposed to let them know ahead of time if you was gonna renew or not. He was like, but I kind of did. I was like, all right, well, we'll just play it by ear, see how it goes. And he was just like, all right, I'm gonna talk to you when you get here. I was like, okay, cool, because I want to listen to my music as I drive. So I got off the phone and I ended up calling Jackson's dad. And I was just like, hey, question. How would you feel about meeting Marlon? Jakora was like, who? I was like, Marlon. He was like, Key, who the hell is Marlon? I said, the dude that I'm dating, that guy. He was like, oh, what the fuck I gotta meet him for? I was like, well, he wanting to meet you because he's been around Jackson and set up some boundaries. He was like, but why the fuck he want to meet me? How long y'all been dating? I was like, about 8 months, something like that. He was just like, so why he want to meet me? He need to wait until he get at least a year in the thing, or a year and a half. A year and a half, I give him a year and a half, because people don't last with you that long. I'm like, what you mean by that? What you mean they don't last that long? It's like, it's you. You get bored. He ain't gonna be around long. Matter of fact, get a year. When y'all hit y'all year mark, I sit down and meet him. But you gonna end up breaking that man's heart. He gonna end up having to go to therapy. I'm like, what you mean I'm gonna break his heart? I don't do shit. He was like, if Key, it's you. Like I said, y'all ain't gonna last. And then when y'all break up, he gonna have to go to therapy, because that's what I did. I had to go to therapy to get over you. So I know this nigga gonna have to go to therapy. Look at him. You look at him. I'm like, oh, so you don't remember his name, but you know what he looked like? He's like, I seen some pictures, and Key, come on. Really? That him? Like, does he know what me and you was? I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, he know you my baby daddy. He's like, I am not your baby daddy. I wish you would stop telling people I'm your baby daddy. I am your ex-husband. I gave you a family. I'm like, you my baby daddy. Yes, you are my ex-husband. Yes, you are gay. Yes, you did give me a family, but you was the first one to leave me. So technically, you was the one that made me a single mom. He's like, but no, we're not even gonna get into that. You left me for Carter's dad. I'm like, no, the fuck I didn't. We was already splitting up. You was already moving to Atlanta, and I was staying in Savannah because I had just got a job at VisionWorks, and when I met Carter's dad. So we not even about to do that. He's like, but at the end of the day, Key, at the end of the day, I still had to go to therapy to get over you, and I know he gonna have to go to therapy. And look at Carter's dad. He's still acting the way that he do because he don't want to admit that he need therapy to get over you. I'm like, well, at the end of the day, you're saying that you don't want to meet him, right? That's what you're saying? He's like, yeah, I don't need to meet him right now. He need to get a couple of years under his belt before I say, okay, yeah, he might be around for a while. But right now, he not going to be around for long. So, no, I don't want to meet him. I don't. I was like, all right, cool. I'll let him know that you don't want to meet him. He's like, yeah, don't ask me that. No weird shit like that. Like, come on. I am not just your baby daddy. I am your ex-husband. So he need to show me a little bit of respect, as if I am your ex-husband. I married you. I'm like, again, you are my baby daddy. Yes, you married me, but you made me a single mom. So let's like why you feel like you are above Carter's dad because he my baby daddy and you was my ex-husband. Well, why you feel like you are above him when y'all both gave me a kid and I'm not with neither one of y'all. So to me, y'all are on the same level. Y'all are baby daddies. Like, fucking ex-husband. Like, man, whatever. So I'm just like, all right, Jacory, hung up the phone. When I got back to Savannah, me and Marlon spent the night at the house. But like I said, me and him, we wasn't doing any of that. We was just vibing. I could say We was literally just vibing. I was going through the motions, going with the flow, because at the end of the day, I'm just like, yo, I am going through some shit. I am trying to get a job. I'm working this car. He's now finna have issues with his doggone mama about this doggone car. I don't want to do this shit. I want my own. Like, God, I want my own. I want my own. So every night, Marlon would go to sleep. I would sit up and just be in my head about where I am in life and what I want to do with my life. And I'm just like, this ain't it. Looking around, this ain't it. Like, I live in the hood, yo. Like, how did I get to this point? Like, never in my adult life have I lived in the hood. This is the very first time I'm living in the hood. And then it's just like, I'm going through all this shit with this nigga. He doing shit. Like, why am I repeating this? Like, why am I painting myself as this stereotype? I'm literally painting myself as this stereotype. And I don't like this. Single mom of 3 kids, living in the hood, got this random ass boyfriend that's constantly cheating on her and lying to her. Like, yo, I am painting myself as this stereotype. Because for so long, I looked at myself as this stereotype. And now looking around, it's like, damn. I put myself in that environment. Did I think myself into this environment because I thought bad about myself all those years? It's like, damn. But I went to sleep that night, just woke up the next morning, same routine, took Kayan to daycare, Marlon went to work, and I'm sitting around in the house because, again, I don't go out to the park to sell the Italian ice till around like 1 o'clock, like right after lunch. So I'm sitting around at the house and I get a phone call from my mom. I answered. She sounded like she had been crying. She was like, Kiana. I was like, yeah. She was like, your Uncle Tracy just died. My Uncle Tracy was my mom's brother. So this is literally a week after my dad's brother passed, buried my dad's brother a few days ago. Now my mom is calling me to let me know that her brother had passed. Just like my Uncle Boosie. My Uncle Boosie had a heart attack in the sleep. My dad's brother had a heart attack in the sleep. And his fiance found him the next morning when she tried to wake him up. My Uncle Tracy, which is my mom's brother, he was found deceased in his room in my grandma's house. So that morning when they went to check on him, they found him like that. So that death hit a little bit harder because my Uncle Tracy lived with my grandma. So my grandma had 2 kids living with her, my Uncle Tracy and my Aunt Lois, but we called her sister. Lois had a stroke when she was 2 years old. So she had the mental capacity of a 2-year-old. So my grandma had to take care of her around the clock full time. So, but not my uncle. My uncle, he used to live somewhere else, but, as he got older, he moved back in with my grandma, and then he started facing some health issues to where he was on dialysis, needing a new kidney or whatever not. And, yeah, we wasn't expecting that death. But, yeah, my mama called me to let me know, and I was just like, damn. He hung up the phone. And when he hung up the phone, I ended up calling Jacory, Jackson's dad. And I was just like, hey, just to let you know, my Uncle Tracy died. He was like, what? The one that was in the military? I'm like, no. Because my dad, Dexter, has a brother named Tracy too. So him and my mom both had brothers named Tracy. So I'm like, no, my mom's brother. He was like, the one that lived with your grandma? I'm like, yes. He was like, oh, man, damn, Key. You want me to tell Jackson?